Hi, I'm Jody ROEBUCK from ROEBUCK Farm, west coast of New Zealand. We farm on a peninsula underneath a mountain, and it's wet and windy. This is a updated shot 12 months ago, and today we're looking at heat pads. We've just installed heat pads in these two greenhouses. The one on the left is propagation, the one on the right is microgreens. So here's the propagation house, the heat pad. We bent some steel and made a cloche over top of it, so in winter we can get the crops going earlier but stronger. So this is all that's involved to open it. We planted the tomatoes, same day, it doesn't matter if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, but 10th of August, and we've already transplanted them 3 weeks earlier into the big greenhouse. Quite significant. Prior, we had a tiny heat pad, a domestic one, and I really struggled to find a company that produced heat pads at size and also tailored to different specifications. This is our last succession of tomatoes to go in, the third one, and that's it for tomato transplanting. This propagation table is 3.7 meters long by 900 wide, and it's really where we grow our transplants before they go out to the garden. All of the propagation part of that transplant, like planting the seeds and pricking out, is done in the microgreens house at the propagation table, where we also plant the microgreens. Now, we also brought another heat pad for the microgreens. Now, they germinate on a trolley for a third of their life, the bottom shelf third of their life, but the last third of their life, they're up here on top. And we're really looking forward to seeing how much of a lift we can get in winter production. So we put a flat panel like plywood on top of the table before putting out the aluminium foil heat pad, then cover it with 2 layers of plastic. And we put this aluminium edge here just to protect it for taking knocks. We're now into spring and we're hardly using the heat pad, especially this one, but in winter it's been really nice change just getting to know it. Something I wasn't too sure about with the microgreens being in such a shallow tray was, would they dry out on the heat pad? So just rewind, the tomatoes we've got set at 24 degrees, the microgreens we've just got set at 12 degrees and mainly overnight. I was worried that they would dry out. It's been really easy to bottom soak because we now have a full plastic top surface. There's 2 options for the thermostat. This one is manual. So again, we're just running the microgreens low, 12 to 15 degrees. And we're also using the microgreens tabletop to harden off tomato transplants for the week before they go to the greenhouse. We saw really strong vigor. They were much greener and stronger going into transplant. Here's your other option, which is digital. We just set the temperature. Maybe it's a bit easier to read. We're not sure which one we prefer yet, but we're really liking the ease of using these heat pads, custom made from AldoHeat in Australia. We don't know who else produces them in New Zealand. Hope that is helpful and you're having a good season wherever you may be with that. See you later.